Hey Soul Family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're doing a topic that you guys love, and that is what will your future spouse be like and how will you meet. Love that you guys love this topic. Very happy to do it for you. And if you prefer to pick your piles, by the way, using your zodiac signs, you will find a timestamp for that down in the description box. Otherwise, in today's reading, you will be picking your piles using one of these cards and using the crystals that we'll be placing on top of the cards. Right, so let me introduce your pile to you. For pile number 1, you've got this card, this story. For pile number 2, this is your card. And for pile number 3, this is your card. If you prefer to pick your piles using crystals as mentioned, let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, I chose the Carnelian because it really looks like the pot on the top, doesn't it? So yeah, for pile number 1, you've got the Carnelian. For pile number 2, you've got the Tiger's Eye. And for pile number 3, you've got the Peach Moonstone. I hope it picks up. There we go. Peach Moonstone. So take a look at which one of these 3 piles you're the most drawn to, and this will be the pile for you here today. In case you feel drawn to more than one pile, maybe even all of the piles, as I always say, trust your intuition. It's meant to take you to the piles you're meant to hear. Especially in today's reading, you might just get an even bigger perspective about who your future spouse is going to be and how you're going to be meeting. They just may make sense to you since you know your life, of course. As you listen to the piles, you may just understand how these different piles speak to you. So yeah, I say if you're drawn to different piles, listen to them. Enjoy listening to them. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I will see you in your readings. Please note that in a moment, I will be assigning different zodiac signs to each pile. And so if this is something that you do not prefer, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But as mentioned, if you prefer to pick your piles using your signs, then as you know, this part of the introduction was created specifically for you guys. Okay, after the shuffling, I will be drawing out 4 signs for each pile. Whoa, we've got a hard Taurus for pile number 2. I would say if you have a placement in Taurus, I highly recommend pile number 2 for you today. But I think we're ready. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Great. So the signs for pile 1 are Capricorn, Cancer, Gemini, as well as Aries. The signs for pile number 2, 1, 2, and 3 are Taurus, of course, Sagittarius, Pisces, as well as Leo. And the signs for pile number 3 are, of course, Scorpio, Virgo, Libra, as well as Aquarius. And so, my dear soul family, these are the zodiac signs and their association to each of the piles in today's reading. For today's reading, I highly recommend you go by your Venus sign because it has to do with love and work as well, but mainly love. So yeah, I highly recommend you go by your Venus sign. If you don't know your Venus sign, I highly recommend in that case, so just go by your sun sign. If you prefer to pick your piles using other placements in your chart, please feel free to do that. You know, you can go by your rising, your moon, your Mars, even your north node. It really is all up to you how you prefer to approach your readings, how you prefer to pick your piles. Your right is the right way. And what resonates with you at the moment is the correct way for you now. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I will see you in your readings. Hi, pile number one. How are you? Today, we're taking a look at what your future spouse is going to be like and how you're going to meet them. Can't wait to get into your reading. We're starting off your reading with a story. So as per this card, it tells of a story. And then we'll use this story with the other cards that come with it. This way, we get to find out as much detail as much details as possible when it comes to your future spouse, how you're going to meet them, and all that you can expect with regards to that. All right, so let me very quickly introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Carnelian. Your story today is Marcella's tasks, and the keywords are cleverness, ingenuity, and defiance. Interesting. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Capricorn, Cancer, Gemini, and Aries. Welcome to your reading, guys. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. All right, I guess we're ready. Let's take a look at your oracle cards first. Right. So you've got blame with the keyword victim. You've got the love potion. Ooh, interesting. I mean, really cool to get that in a love reading. You've got Mars in Pisces with generosity. Oh, I forgot to tell you here you've got bonheur, good time, amour, love, passion, of course. That's really nice. That is definitely like this deck is so diverse. It's not specifically about love at all. It's just like has different energies, and it's so nice that you get this card. Okay, you've got the dragonfly. Wonderful. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you've got the Seven of Swords. Oh, that's an interesting Seven of Swords. You've got the Moon card. The Lovers card. You've got the Devil card. The Lovers and the Devil. And look at the Seven of Swords. There's like very interesting energy there, for sure. The white and the light and the shadow. You've got the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords, yes. And that's an interesting Four of Swords for a love reading. You've got the Temperance card. yeah, the two sides, temperance is fire and water. There's, to be honest with you, there seems to be a bit of opposite energies. I mean, even look at the dragonfly. We've got the air sign because this deck categorizes the dragonfly as an air animal, insect. But we also have the water sign. So, like, there's a lot of opposites in this pile for sure. Mars in Pisces, my God. I mean, I'm sure it's talking about the character we're inquiring about, which is your future spouse. But there's something so opposite about Mars and Pisces, right? Pisces is so in their emotions, they're so gentle, they're so loving. Mars is more like war, energy, do this, like power, force, right? Very opposite energies. Yeah, it's definitely something I'm noticing here. So you've got the Emperor, talking about Mars. And do we have space? Yes, we do. One more card. You've got the Death card. Okay, I think your pile is giving us a lot of details. The cards are very generous today, and I can't wait to start exploring all of this with you. But let's begin with the story, right? I think it's going to be our first key to what we're seeing in your cards. But I think a lot of the things we're seeing in your cards are already showing so much. But yeah, let's begin with your story. So it's Marcella's tasks. Marcella's tasks is page 32. There we go. Marcella's tasks. What do we have here? Cleverness, ingenuity, defiance. Yeah, we've read these keywords before. You've got Marcella was the clever daughter of the king's servant. The king, irked by her bold behavior, decided to give her 3 impossible tasks in an attempt to tame her. Yeah, that Mars energy here. Okay. So what are we seeing? In an attempt to tame her, she managed to outwit the king 3 times and won his respect. Because of this, she found herself rewarded with the crown prince's hand in marriage. So this card's theme is one of unwavering wit, determination, and triumph in the face of impossible challenges. Yeah, it seems like this person we're inquiring about today has a very strong character. I think they seem to be the Mars here, the fire element in the temperance. Does it mean this is all about them, that they have 2 sides to them? Is it you being opposite, or is it them having both energies? We'll find out in a moment. So it serves as a reminder that you have what it takes to face any obstacle head on within yourself. By embracing life's challenges with creativity and unwavering defiance, you'll be able to overcome even the most daunting obstacles. Yeah, it's that energy that really overcomes anything that stands in your path. Right. So let's now get to the reading itself. We do see a very strong character in your future spouse. Also with the sheep here, it seems like this person holds a very strong character, and you have many followers, many people following this person. They have a strong influence on the people around them. A very strong character. This is the sort of character that defies everything. Your future spouse is the sort of person that nothing stops in their way. If they want something, they're going to get it. But you see, with Mars and Pisces, it is the card. It is generosity after all. And you know something. Only when you're strong, that you're actually able to be genuinely strong, generous. Only when you're strong is it when you're able to be genuinely generous. because it comes from a true place of wanting to give. You don't want anything in return. You already get everything for yourself. And so that comes from a real strong place. Mars, passion. This person is in their fiery energy and in their water energy. Fire and water is very strong in this person. They're passionate. They are, it seems like when they meet you, look, la passion d'amour, like this is the love potion. They're like, oh my God, I've never fallen in love like this before. You're the love of my life. Oh my heart. So they're really going to be so into you. They're going to fall madly in love with you. They're going to be so passionate about you. They're going to express their love with every part of their being, you know? Yeah, Mars energy. Mars is passion. Mars is strength. Mars is not afraid to be bold. Mars is, you know, that raw energy of making things happen in your life. Are you picking up that Emperor energy? That raw, strong energy. Look at that. When they speak, when they move, it's like energy moves around them. And when they love, they're madly in love. When they're after a goal, they're going to shake the world and make that goal happen. Very strong character, very passionate, but someone with a gentle heart. When you look at this person from the outside, yes, you can imagine they would be passionate. You can imagine that part for sure. But would you imagine that they have a soft heart, for example? I don't think so. I don't think this is something that you would notice about this person. Yes, they're passionate by nature. Oh, I love this. Oh, I want to do this. They're strong. But you would miss the fact that they can speak softly, that they could have this soft heart with all of the strength and the passion that comes with that. It's something that could be missed unless someone sees that part of them. They can have that soft gentleness to them, you know, and that sort of gentleness is very opposite to the fire we see here. You know, you can see both elements in this person. The gentleness, the softness, the calmness, the being able to feel for people, not wanting to disturb you. Someone with that type of passion, you'd think they'd be loud and I don't want to say aggressive, of course not, but loud and passionate. They also have a very soft, sweet side to them. So it's not like they're shouting all day and passionate all day. I think I'm misrepresenting them when I'm talking about this passion. It's not like they're shouting, but you know what I mean. Very passionate, but also are gentle, sweet, and soft. And just like the dragonfly, when they have something in mind, that's the light and that's the only place they're going, sometimes to their own detriment. It's like they're blinded. When they want something, they're blinded. And they love so much. They're consumed. They are in love with life, by the way. They're so in love with life. I think this is a person that will show you how beautiful life can be, will awaken your own desires to things maybe that you haven't been focusing on, like put aside. They will revive your love for life. They will revive and awaken with the moon card the parts of you that has maybe sleeping with the knight here. But they are tricky. They are also tricky with the Seven of Swords. Sometimes they will, along with the awakening, they will awaken your shadow as well. So yeah, that's there. Yeah. All in all, with the death card, this person and them as well. But mainly when I look at your reading, this person will truly be the trigger to you, not in a bad way really, but will be pushing you to constantly transform and transcend. Like the things they awaken in you, the things that are sleeping within you. This person's gonna wake them up, and you're gonna feel like, oh my God, I love these things again. Oh my God, I forgot about how that feels in life, or I forgot about what this is like. This awakening really changes you, wakes you up as a person. You wake up because of all of that sleeping. So you're constantly awoken and changing and awoken and changing. See, there's a lot of transformation going on here. They're constantly changing, and they will invoke this within you, like to constantly change and wake up. Sometimes it's because of the love of life with the Lover's card, but sometimes it's because they're able to, what can I say, trigger your shadow. Yes, they will do that. They're so strong. They're powerful. The energy is powerful. Mars again with the Emperor. And sometimes it's through their gentleness. Sometimes it's through their power. Sometimes it's through their passion. Sometimes it's through their immense love towards you that you will find yourself going through these personal transformations. So let's get to how you're going to meet this person and what this is all going to be about. The victim. Ingenuity and defiance, cleverness. Let me get some clarification. I need some help here. What is the blame talking about, please, for pile number 1 when it comes to this person? The Hermit. Okay, thank you. I didn't understand it like that. Okay. But I still need more information. The 6 of Cups. The King of Wands, Muse of Inspiration. Yeah, that person definitely has the King of Wands energy. The Emperor. The 5 of Pentacles. The Awakening with the Judgment card. And the 3 of Swords. 3 of Voices. And that is all explaining this card and getting into, now we're zooming into how you're going to meet. Well, I have the news for you. That's a twist that I did not expect here. I'm gonna really surprise you here. But I also got to see now a part about your character. Because with this King of Wands, you can see 2 strong people going head to head, right? So now we're seeing a little bit about you. You're very strong. You're not easy to deal with. You're not easy to, to push. You're not a pushover. So that's what's happening here. It looks like this person is used to people following them. They're used to getting their way, as you can see. They make things happen. There's something about when you meet, they bump head to head with you somehow, with this King of Wands. I don't know really why. Is it pertaining to your work? Is it like you crossing path, maybe? In any case, it seems like there's a little bit of tension here when you first meet. Do you see? There's a little bit of going head to head here. But there's something about you. Not only do you show your strength, but it seems like you won't pay attention. Like you won't give this person the sort of response they're used to. Because with the Five of Pentacles, this is lack. Lack that leads to awakening here. Like someone waking up, or maybe regretting as well with the Three of Swords what they've done. So perhaps if I would to translate this, I'm seeing it as they do one of these actions that they usually do, that people would follow or fall victim to. But it doesn't work with you, is what I'm seeing here. What you do is ignore them. Because look at these footsteps in the desert. It looks like someone walked and left someone, you know, hermit, left them. So there's something about you showing your power, first of all, not following victim to what they're used to. And you walk away from them. That hurts their inner child. This walking away reminds them of an inner child wound, and they blame themselves. Why? See, that lack, especially that I didn't tell you here with the Four of Swords. I had it in mind and I didn't talk about it. I talked a little bit about it here with Love Potion. Look at all these heart eyes. Oh my God, this is like, whoa, who is this person? This person will madly fall in love with you. Do you see it? This person is like all in their feels. This is a swords cup. And it's all in the water, you know? The Four of Swords is like peace, rest. So I think they spend all of their rest time, their alone time, their free time, because otherwise they're very active, just falling for you. If it doesn't mean with the Four of Swords, maybe they put everything aside even to just daydream about you. Do you see? To just fall for you. I think there's a period of time when you meet, when the two of you come together with the Temperance here, when they fall in love and they're with the Devil card full of desires, and Moon card, they're full in their imagination phase, you see? And they're like, I think this is a time where they're putting everything aside and falling, you see? With the Four of Swords here. They're thinking about you, and they're just, everything else is at rest. I think absolutely here. So especially because you have love a potion from a deck that's not about love, you know, with feeling good, falling in love, feeling the passion. There's something about you that will invoke this person's love, desire, imagination. They're really all in the feels. They really like you here. And so this is why you've got the blame as the energy of meeting, because it seems like they'll try to pull off one of their, I don't know, like, hey, what's this, what's that, or what about that? I don't know what this is translating to, but certainly powerful energy, one way or the other. That usually works. It's not working with you. You simply powerfully walk away from this person. You leave them alone with the Hermit here, and that genuinely hits directly at their inner child wound. They feel the lack here with the Five of Pentacles, that they've lost something very valuable that they wanted. They feel like they can't even reach out to you because maybe they feel like shame. They feel guilt, the blame here, as you see in the cards. They feel like how you're not interested in them anymore. they feel like they've really done something grave, you know. They blame themselves. Their inner child's like, you did this, you just lost someone who's great. Like, how did you, how can you talk to someone like that? Like, so there's a lot of blame here. Like, is that the right thing to do? Does anyone like talk to someone they're interested in like that? How can you? There's a lot of blame. Whatever this is, like this, how there's a lot of going back and thinking about the situation and going, how did I do that? This is just so wrong. There's a lot of learning here for sure. Especially when you calmly just leave them alone like that. You're really going to, without knowing here, hit in the feels. Remind this person that they shouldn't be dealing with maybe people like that, or shouldn't at least behave in that manner in a situation like that. The awakening, this is really going to teach them. This is going to wake them up. And they're greatly going to regret it, especially because they really like you. Do you see? Yeah, they really like you, and it's going to hit them hard. First of all, because they lost someone that they really like. But second of all, it's because they've got a wounded inner child in the area of abandonment, it seems to me, if I were to translate this right. In the area of abandonment. This person is going to feel quite isolated for a while. I think it's in a lot, like a bit, like they are right. I don't think you want to talk to them, that's for sure, or you just like ignore them. But it seems to me here with the Three of Swords that it's a little bit exaggerated. I think it could be because of the inner child wound. Not as an exaggerated, I'm not talking about the exaggeration in terms of what they did. That's obviously not, it doesn't seem like it's good because you walked away, right? I'm talking in terms of the, oh my God, this is the end. There's no way this person would look at me again. I've ruined everything. There's something like that. A little bit of, to be honest with you, a little bit of melancholy. But I'm also going to be very respectful here. I just realized, we don't want to say that because this is an inner child wound. So future spouse of pile number 1, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean that. So yeah, there's a lot of sadness here for sure. As someone, and it's a good thing really that this person is learning from this and awakening to this situation, genuinely changing from the heart. Like talk about change for the both of you, regular transformation. Even before you talk to that person, they've already changed something significant about them. Okay, well, your story is so interesting. Let's find out what's next. What happens next then? With all of this blame and feeling bad and awakening and changing and all of that. Let's find out what happens next, and would you talk to them again? Well, they're your future spouse, so they must have done something right. Okay. What happens next? So, oh my God, we get the King of Wands again, right? So they face you again. The King of Wands appeared. They come and face you. They're bold for sure. They come and face you. This is a person who does not give up on the things that they want. We've established that. So they can cry for a little bit, but they're going to come back and talk about it and face it. Okay, so what's happening here? They're coming back. Hello. What happens? 8 of Pentacles. Mastery. They come back with masterful energy. This means that this person comes back, fully understood what they've done, thought about it very well, learned from it, is coming here to properly apologize. It's coming with new set of, I don't know, thoughts of how they want to proceed properly with you in whatever they've done. So this is like the whole deal with the Eight of Pentacles. This is the card of mastery. This is someone who's mastered this lesson. Let's put it this way. Thought very well about it, have done some actions to change, not just with you, with everyone around them. They changed as a person, and they come back with a proper apology, proper change, right? Let's find out more about that. Queen of Pentacles. This is a person who's done actual steps. The Pentacles, so they meet you with actual things that they've done. Look at that. I've changed the way I did this. Look at my system. I've went ahead and did this and this, and I've changed this about my life and this, because I'm never to do that again. I've learned a lot from you. They're owning it. They're definitely owning it. They've taken solid steps. They've mastered this awakening lesson that we've seen in your cards. Four of Pentacles. Again, this idea of solid, the pentacles. They're grounded, they're solid. Also, the Four of Pentacles, there's something about this meeting, or this meet up, them facing you, where you see not just solid actions, which we discussed here, which it looks like you're going to be impressed with. Also, notice all the flowers all of a sudden in your cards, right? There's flowers, there's apology, there is like, this person's already in love, right? And the Four of Pentacles, you can see that this person values you during this meetup. You can see with all of this solid action, you will sense with solid actions and solid talk, solid behavior, solid everything, that this person, to what extent, values you, holds your opinion respectfully, that you really matter to them. I think this is something that you will notice. You will also, with the King of Wands, notice the passion. You will notice just how much they've, I don't want to say blamed themselves, although this is true. They have really blamed themselves. I think you will be impressed with how they've owned up to it, is what I'm trying to say. Really owned up to what they've done here, and how much they've changed, and to what extent, and what type of solid action. This is an action taker. I've changed my schedule like this. I've changed the rules in my company like this. It's like solid action, owning up to mistakes. Okay, so that's what they do next. And it seems like this impresses you. Right, since we've seen all of these things about this person, I want to first, before we continue your reading, take a look at what your guidance is. Is there like, because there's a lot of growth here, there's a lot of passion involved, and you're probably wondering, what is your guidance with this person? What is your guidance with this person? Ace of Cups. Open your heart to them. Like, don't like, it's good. It's good. It's a good connection. Ace of Cups, if you want to, of course. Ace of Cups. Seven of Cups. Keep an open mind here with the Seven of Cups. Open mind, of course, does not mean do what you're uncomfortable with. Just want to make sure I relay the information correctly. This does not mean do what you're not comfortable with. This does not mean, oh, you feel something is wrong, you go ahead anyway. This does not mean any of that. Keep an open mind means don't judge right away. keep your opinion there, well intact in place, but also give it a chance to look at other things, because this person will constantly show you things that you have not seen before. And so this means keep an open mind, because you might just learn a lot from this person. They might awaken things in you that you may not like. So keep an open mind or an open heart. Does not mean, oh, you see these things and you allow them to happen. I think I'm going to make this absolutely clear. This means things like, oh no, I don't like doing that activity. But, just try it out. If there's nothing like psychologically wrong, or you feel like triggered or anything, have an open mind to try the different fun energy that this person shows you, because sometimes they show you a different perspective. Sometimes they can show you your own shadow. So consider things and think about them, and keep an open mind before you take decisions, before you shut them off about what they said. Maybe they did show you just a shadow there. So this card is not inviting you to take one direction or the other. It's simply inviting you to have a broader mind, because the Seven of Cups is like imagination, like have a more open mind to feel and experience things, and to think of things even in a different way. So that's what your card is guiding you to do, because this person will be full of experience, full of life, and can show you so much that you're not seeing at the moment. Will open your eyes to different things. Look at that, the Two of Wands. Yes, speaking of opening your eyes, this person will be important in your life, because it feels like there's nothing to see here except when the telescope here opens. So just like I was telling you, look at the rays and the patterns here. There is the Two of Wands, in fact, is a card of vision, like even third eye, being able to envision things. So that comes strong in your reading. This person will really be able to show you things that seem like a blind spot to you almost. And this is why it's important to keep an open mind. They just might even broaden your mind even more, open your heart even more to new experiences. That's why your cards are inviting you to be open to that experience. Anything else? Ace of Pentacles. Everything is saying start. Yeah, go ahead. Begin. Give it a chance. Ace of Pentacles. Give it a chance. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Anything else? Two of Cups, guys. It looks good. What can I say? Yeah, Two of Cups is saying you're going to love this. This is like... Two of Cups is the card of love in tarot. So yeah, you're really going to fall in love. Look at the two figures in the water. Both of you are going to fall deep in love. It's going to be a very loving relationship. Okay, so that guidance out of the way for now. I wanted to ask something important here. What was in my mind when I was looking at your cards? The Temperance, the fire and the water, the strong character. What did I have in mind here? So that's how you're going to meet. Oh, yes. So how is your relationship going to be like once you meet? How is the dynamics? That's the important part. How is the dynamics of your relationship going to be like? Your communication, how you deal with each other, how is that going to be like? Queen of Cups. So first and foremost, it's going to be very loving. Remember, this person has a very soft-spoken part. So it's going to be very romantic, very deep, full of emotions. This is someone who's going to madly fall in love with you. I think you too. Queen of Cups, this is the love. This is the love. This person is really going to love you. You too. So there's a lot of love in this relationship. Ace of Wands, super attraction. There's with the Devil card, it was very clear from the very beginning. both of you are going to be super attracted to each other. Ace of Wands is raw energy, you know, this is like raw kind of energy. So raw attraction, a lot of attraction here, love, attraction. Queen of Pentacles is going to be very solid. So on top of all of that, the Queen of Pentacles shows that you're going to be living comfortable, beautiful life, wealthy, comfortable life. That's the Queen of Pentacles. Luxurious, comfortable, good, well-off, good life together. Also, things are stable and solid between the two of you with the Queen of Pentacles. You both love your world together. So yeah, I don't see anything really like a red flag with this person. You're going to be living a solid, stable life with this person. It's going to be well off. You're going to feel safe, grounded, solid. Like, this is a person who, when they say something, they keep it stable. Someone you can depend on, a dependable person. So, Six of Pentacles. There's a lot of generosity between the two of you. Six of Pentacles is a card of giving, a lot of giving, but it's also a card of taking. So you can see there's a lot of give and take between the two of you. Both of you will be very generous towards each other, and also both of you will be giving. Generous towards each other. Yeah, that's what it means. You both will be very generous towards each other, and you will enjoy receiving what each of you gives to the other. Receiving is also very important in relationships, you know. Yeah, some people don't know how to receive. Some people just take without giving. Proper receiving is thanking that other person properly, enjoying what they give them, and already feeling like how they want to do the next nice thing to them. So it looks really balanced, you know. Six of Pentacles is balance. Queen of Pentacles is a card of balance. Queen of Cups, the queens and the kings are balanced. So very balanced, real, raw, passionate love is really what I'm seeing here. Nine of Pentacles, guys. This is a wish fulfillment cards. Yeah. Is this person super passionate? Yes, but I don't think this person is passionate as in a toxic way. Looking at the cards, this person is not super passionate in a toxic way. It's just a person who has a zest for life, you know. Nine of Pentacles shows that this is a person who is your dream come true, and you are their dream come true, because that's what Nine of Pentacles mean, like a dream materializing for the two of you. And that's because the Nine of Pentacles is a wish fulfillment card. So yeah, my dear pile number one, this is exactly what I see when it comes to your future spouse. The cards are super consistent. This is a brand new person with the moon card. You haven't seen someone like that before. It's the pink moon. It's like not even once in a blue moon. This is once in a pink moon kind of relationship. So yeah, and it could be actually talking about timing. The strawberry moon. Let me check. When is the next strawberry moon? If you're watching this now. If you're not watching it now, you can Google it yourself later on. It is a timeless reading, but if you're watching this now, I'll check when is the next strawberry moon. Guys, I just checked. June 21. And I have a surprise. Look at what this card says. 21. So take timing with a grain of salt, but I would keep that date in mind. So I think it's just gonna happen naturally, and maybe when you look back in retrospect, you're gonna go, oh my god, isn't this the person I've seen in the reading? That could be, you know, that situation that happened there. Maybe you're just meant to know the timing. Let's see. Please do update me. And take timing with a grain of salt. You know, it could be the 21st of next month. Who knows? Yeah, just keep timing with a grain of salt. But that is the energy that I see in your reading. And I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number one, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at how will your future spouse be like and how are you going to meet them. So these are the decks that I'll be using. As always, if you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them down below for you guys. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful tiger's eye. Your significator card is the story of the cunning monkey. And some of the keywords here are malicious, manipulation, and comeuppance. Let me check that. Yeah, comeuppance. It seems to mean like a punishment or fate that someone deserves. Very interesting. Let's see how this all fits into the reading itself. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Taurus, Sagittarius, Pisces, and Leo. Welcome to your reading, guys. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. All right, so let's get straight into it. You've got the poison. Le poison. And it's interesting. You've got manipulation here again, just like there is manipulation here. That couldn't be a coincidence. Let's see what this is about. Very interesting. All right, we'll find out in a moment. You've got the crow. Right. You've got Moon in Leo with pride. And you've got intention with the Archer. Okay, what is this all about? Well, I guess we must pull out your tarot cards to see what this is all about. Okay, so let's see what this is all about. What is the story here? How will pile number 2 meet their future spouse? And what is this story all about? So you've got the Justice card. Interesting perspective. You've got the 3 of Wands. You've got the Temperance card. Looks like, okay, I'll tell you in a moment. You've got the 2 of Swords. Yeah, the 2s. That's what I'm noticing here. The 2. Okay. The Knight of Swords. The 7 of Swords. And you've got the King of Pentacles. So, what am I seeing? You know what? Let's start off with the story. I think it will give us at least the jump start to the reading. I see different energies, but I'm not yet sure how they come together. So let's see the story of the cunning monkey. This way we get an idea about what's going on in this story. The cunning monkey is page 40. There we go. And so the story is, this cautionary tale revolves around a cunning but malicious monkey who thrived on deceit and manipulation. After tricking a woman out of all of her fleshly fried fish cakes, the monkey's schemes backfired. A pack of dogs, attracted by the scent of the fish cakes, attacked the monkey, providing what comes up will always inevitably come down. This card illustrates how deceit and manipulation can be seemingly beneficial, but are ultimately self-destructive. Embrace kindness, honesty, and humility. They'll not only prevent trouble, but foster lasting rewards. This is a person who's had a strong taste of their own poison in life. The crow here shows a real, actual transformation, a strong spiritual experience that changes someone to the core, getting them in touch to truth, universal justice, and why something, an important thing, seems to be important in life. You know how when we keep saying, hey, study, because if you don't study, you're not going to pass your exams. And as parents can say that all they want, all day long. If their child is not really convinced at the core that this is what's going to happen, then they're really not going to do that thing. Actions must come from a real place of conviction. So it seems here like this is a story of a person who took something lightly. Maybe this is a person who, with the Seven of Swords, could have lied, cheated, manipulated. I think cheated because, no, not in this card. In this card, I read trahison, the treason, right? But also this card has prudence, right? So this means that this person, while once was someone who was dishonest, someone you couldn't really rely on, the prudence here suggests that they've really changed and become very careful. In fact, the Knight of Swords is like someone who's so convinced of something, is going after the truth, sometimes to their own detriment. Not that truth leads you to your own detriment, but having the closed-mindedness of thinking that something is like the truth can lead you to difficulties later on. Like, for example, an example of that could be someone changed into becoming so truthful. They used to lie a lot. They valued now what truth can give you, and they've become so truthful that they can even lose relationships, like becoming the extreme on the other side. So truthful that they could be bold in saying this truth. You know, it's like, no, I got to say the truth. I've learned, and even if like that dress doesn't look good, I'm going to say, that dress does not look good on you, or something. So this is Knight of Swords, someone who's made a 180 degrees shift from one extreme end to another, but it's still an extreme end. You know, like, for example, someone who would get so intoxicated and they would like throw away their lives, to becoming sober, but going to the other extreme of being so pious. And nothing wrong about being pious, but you know how some people are so like extreme, not doing this, not living their lives, not doing anything. And you know, this could be an extreme to me. I'm just giving the example. Maybe it's a great thing for someone else. I'm just trying to show you what I mean by someone going to the extreme here. So you can see that someone used to go in their old ways, and they've shifted this so much to a degree that is the opposite end. And while that is so beautiful, that also comes with its own issues here. So it seems like this person went into such like a huge spiritual lesson, karma with justice, that broke through their pride with the moon in Leo, broke that old facade, old mask that they had, old ideas. Like, this is an extreme break, allowing them to reach their core and see with the raven, or the crow, sorry, see the unseen. It's a very spiritual, beautiful bird. See the unseen, understand the things that are not visible. The message was loud and clear. And although this is the Three of Wands, you can see there's a strong throat chakra here. A message has been heard loud and clear. And it really prompted them with the Three of Wands to find an internal balance. Temperance, by the way, has to do with alchemy, changing, just like the Philosopher's Stone, going through a huge phase of transformation, turning regular metal into gold, right? Real change from within, seeing with the Two of Swords the truth, what they used to be blinded to, blind spot. And these huge transformations do happen. While it's not advisable to be with someone who would do something harmful to others and believe them in the fact that they're going to change, sometimes real transformations do happen. And in reading the energy of this card, this is a person who's changed 180 degrees. They used to be so toxic with the poison here in their manipulative behaviors, but it really bit them back. They've had a real taste to their own poison, and it really shifted their ways. We're going to talk about the extreme here, how it's like an extreme in a moment. But you can see with the King of Pentacles that they are solid and strong and well developed in their change, in the sort of change that they've made. They've changed their intention, and this time, just like the Knight of Swords, they're very clear with their intentions. They are so not just motivated, they are adamant about exactly who they want to be and what kind of behavior is to be displayed from them. So just like an arch, they went back only to move forward straight to the goal like an arrow. That's their story right there. So it does look like they have been someone who, a treason, a cheater. Maybe they got cheated on. Remember, this monkey in the story stole something, just like the Seven of Swords, but then it was the same thing they stole that had the dogs attack him, right? So it looks like, maybe, if I were to guess, maybe they cheated on their spouse and that resulted in their spouse knowing about it and cheating on them. That's like a literal example. I could be wrong. But in any case, they had it. It really broke their pride. And it made them question everything. It's that dark night of the soul energy. That shadow appearing, their shadow appearing right in front of their eyes. The reflection of that shadow. Them seeing it. Which means that this was a good person, but had strong shadow in that area. A good person in general, but really had a very strong shadow right there. And it allowed them to see how awful their treason was. And you can see they really grown and matured and become solid in their beliefs and their actions. So first of all, this is their story. We have a strong idea about who they are as a person, what they've gone through, and the type of prudence, or let's say the type of, I would translate it as discipline, and the internal transformation they've gone through. They started honoring something very much, holding it sacred, that they previously were absolutely blinded to. We don't know much about that story, only the fact that it hit them back in the same way, and the fact that this broke their pride greatly. I think this story, what happened to them, broke their pride. And not just their heart, you know. It really broke their pride. I think the outer persona shattered. They've went, obviously, through the dark night of the soul to find themselves and see things properly. They understood how much it hurts. And we can see they've gone through the extreme here. Right, so that's the initial story about this person, right? We'll find out what this extreme is, but more importantly, how are you going to meet them? So this is the part of the reading about who they are. Who is your future spouse? A person who used to be quite toxic, to be honest, at least in one area of their lives, and it's in an important area. It's in being trustworthy, right? And they've understood what that means. They really learned to honor that. It's kind of like they were a good person, but perhaps didn't realize or understand the gravity. And that's not an excuse, just translation of the cards of what I'm seeing. They didn't previously understand the gravity of the actions that they were taking. Okay, so that's who they are. This allowed them, by the way, to get in touch with their spiritual side. So maybe they weren't really in touch with that before, and they've honored spirituality. They were able to connect better with the universe. They understood that there is more to the world, that there is magic, there is karma, there is, being connected to the universe. They've become more spiritual for sure. Oh, thanks. Right. Okay. So, how do you meet then? What's your story with them? So you've got the Seven of Wands. The Three of Cups. In order for this person to heal themselves, they have been pushing a shadow that they have, the Three of Cups. So this means that while they would never, they've learned that, they would never go to this extreme, they didn't entirely heal the shadow. They have adjusted their behavior, but they've done it to the extreme, to a point where they have pushed away their shadow, which is something they need to deal with. Okay, so you've got the Eight of Pentacles. Deal with, in that case, means they're never gonna go back here because they feel so strongly about it. They've understood it on a spiritual level. It's just exactly like the child who doesn't need their parents anymore to tell them, hey, if you don't study, you're not going to pass. They've got this understanding well ingrained in them. And it's like that child or student that won't fail again because they understood the value of that. But sometimes they've done it to a point where they've suppressed the healthy part, the fun. Here, they're suppressing something beautiful with the Three of Cups, just to make sure it never comes out again. So while it's not gonna, they're never gonna be in that energy again, that energy is in the extreme. Eight of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, right. The Devil card. You're the one who's going to evoke that other side. That's why we started with this part of the reading. You're like, hello. Fun part, remember? Okay. Interesting. And Page of Wands, absolutely. Hello. Want to start that fun again? Not the treason part, but the remembering to have fun in life. So extreme could be what? Going to the extreme, making sure it doesn't happen, is what? Let's take a look at your cards. How are you tempting them here? You're evoking a beautiful part that they've suppressed to stay truthful. Eight of Pentacles suggests they've worked so hard on themselves that it's admirable to others around them. Admirable. So how are you evoking something here? You're evoking that which they suppressed, showing them that there's balance with the Queen of Pentacles, that you can enjoy life, you can enjoy something, but without having to go to the extreme. I have an example of that, actually. Like, let's say we're looking at someone who used to cheat, and they used to cheat not feeling like it was a big deal. Absolute wrong thoughts, not me, guys. But I'm just like trying to explain the example. And that now that they've realized that they had a habit of like following their desires, following their heart, following whatever, that was wrong when there is, it's obviously wrong when there's someone there. It's not about turning off your desires altogether. But there's something here about this person going, I want to train myself not to allow desires to affect me, kind of thing. Like it's not in control of me, that I am in control of myself, kind of thing. So they've done this to the extreme. Like maybe they haven't been in a relationship for so long because they're showing themselves, or training that sort of like, in their point of view, training themselves that they are in control of their desires. And while it's really admirable to have control over oneself in general, going to the extreme here means that they're like, no, see, Seven of Wands, pushing away the fun altogether, like pushing away relationships, pushing away all of that. No, I don't need to be affected by it in any way. So here comes you dangling, hello. So this means, first of all, the Queen of Pentacles lives in the realm of her dreams. This gives me an idea here that they meet someone in the realm of their dreams. They meet someone, that it person, a person that they dreamed of. That definitely, with the Page of Wands, evokes a strong emotion within, strong awakening, definitely within. While they mastered this energy, and that's like admirable, pushing it away entirely is not the healthy way to do it. And I think the universe is putting you in their path. Uh-oh. I think I just saw trouble. Kind of energy. Oh no, kind of thing. That's trouble. And obviously you seem to be a person to them so enticing, where they're a little bit sad that what's happening? I thought I mastered this energy. And it's not going to work, not because they haven't mastered it. It's because you're not meant to push away something that your soul desires entirely. You're just meant to be balanced, In their case, find the right person and don't betray someone dear to your heart, right? Not betraying a friend, for example, doesn't mean you shouldn't have friends at all. And while it's admirable that you train yourself not to ever betray anyone, you shouldn't suppress the fact that it's okay to have a wonderful friend, or in your case, a wonderful person that you can admire. Sometimes it's okay to realize it's not working. And that's what's happening here. So long as you're not hurting someone else with it. The Page of Wands suggests a new page, a realization, because the pages are learners, learning, realizing that, that one cannot be suppressed. Yeah, that's a dream person. So perhaps they think, why suppress a dream person? Where are you gonna meet, both of you? I'm wondering. The Hanged Man. That's an interesting hanged man, for sure. They're walking on the ceiling. Okay. I think you're going to meet them in an unusual, very unusual situation, place. It's not like you're going to see each other as unusual. Maybe you come from different places, cultures. It's my first guess, but of course doesn't have to be. Or just an unusual place, like not something or someone to each other, at least, that you would usually meet. Not someone that you would usually meet, not someone that they would usually meet. Knight of Wands. Ooh, attraction right away. Desire, attraction right away. Like, oh my God, who is that person? Right away. Like, this is very close to, if not love at first sight, at least admiration, attraction, and enamored at first sight. 5 of Swords. Where are you going to meet? I need one more. Queen of Swords. Let's think about that. Where are you going to meet? I don't know. Suddenly, Queen of Swords and children, someone watching the three together, kind of reminds me of a classroom, a teacher, because there's a lot of people sitting, watching something. The teacher unravels a surprise or teaching something that the student never knew about. But then there's interaction between the students and maybe even love going on. It really kind of reminds me of a school. And I know like 99% of people watching are not in schools, but it's just something that hit me. It could be in a class, perhaps. Maybe you go and learn something, learn an activity or a class or business class. I don't know. Maybe this is in a class. And I just heard in my mind virtual class. So for some of you, it could be a virtual class. It could be a real class. What else? No, I really think it's some form of class, to be honest with you. Because the 5 of Swords, someone winning, someone losing, again, reminds me of scores, some sort of class. Some sort of class where there's interaction, actual scores. Okay, can I think of anything else? Weird, but I see hair on the horse. I see hair and I see a knife. I think it's crazy, but maybe at the hairdressers or something, or a hair salon, or after getting a haircut or something. In that case, the Five of Swords would be what? A dispute? Maybe they're the owner of this grand salon and they make sure that you get your rights or something. It's another scenario. Anything else? Getting weird examples. A meetup of parents and their children. This could be like a family gathering, perhaps, initiated by the older members of the family. That could be another thing, where you are all dragged to come with them in their meetup. It doesn't have to be family. Maybe they're meeting up and they ask you to come with them. So you guys feel awkward in an audience that of not of your own. You're watching dynamics that is not yours, but you're just there. You happen to be there because you're accompanying parents. So that's another thing. Yeah, guys, it's something of that sort. You'll be amongst a group of people. Yeah, you'll be amongst a group of people. It seems like there's difference in ages there, or at least a teacher there. And you start talking. Once you start talking, the rest is history, because this is going to be deep attraction, real deep attraction. Someone who found their dream person, seems like you're going to really like them too. And the extreme energy seems to be them realizing that, yes, it's wonderful to be disciplined, but it's not about removing the fun altogether, like killing that part of you. You know, you're supposed to enjoy life, but be careful with other people's hearts, honoring that, which they definitely, obviously learned through their spiritual path. And my dear pile number 2, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 2, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at how your future spouse is going to be like. Today, we're taking a look at what is your future spouse going to be like and how will you meet them. These are the decks that I'll be using. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them down in the description box for you guys. I keep forgetting. There's something about not saying that type of box anymore. I think it's not favored by the algorithm or something. I heard a YouTuber say, I'm not sure about that. I'm going to research it. But yeah, I keep saying that still. But anyways, very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful peach moonstone in the shape of the heart. Your significator card is the Nai Prosopes mistakes. And the keywords here are fair, humility, and blessed. Very beautiful card. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Scorpio, Virgo, Libra, and Aquarius. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's get straight into it. You've got the talisman with keywords as protection, foi, faith, puissance, power. Okay, let's keep it here. You've got, wow, the cosmic egg. All right. I'm already getting a lot of ideas. Oh no, I just noticed, look at that. There are runes here. You've got the Tiwaz rune, the Peroth rune and the Algiz rune. I'll definitely keep these in consideration. So you've got Mercury in Aries with the keyword speed. Yeah, Aries is an initiator. Speed is definitely one of, like, a right keyword. Like, they initiate. Mercury and Aries. They're quick to take action. They're quick to initiate. Yeah. They're quick to pursue as well. Wow, look at this projection card. So where's the real person, right? So anyways, you have projection with the keyword mirror. All right, let's now take a look at your tarot cards. So you've got the Five of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and it says eat me. This is when Alice eats it and gets bigger or smaller. You've got the Two of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles. Wow. This is nice. And look, the knitting here as well as the knitting here. That's how these two cards are connected. You've got the Four of Swords. Beautiful cards. Oh my God, I love that. And you've got the Seven of Swords, and this one moved, so I'm going to take it as well. What is that? The Seven of Cups. Two sevens. Right. It's like when Alice went down the rabbit hole and she's talking to these flowers. She's having all these different conversations with these different flowers, giving her contradictory information, telling her all different sorts of information. So that's interesting here, that these two sevens came together. Well, let's begin with Nai Prasop's mistakes story. Let's read the story together and get a jump start from there. So what is the mistake here that we see in the story? Page 41. So it says, Nai Prasop, the snobby son of a wealthy man, tried to kill a servant's infant when a fortune teller told him that the baby would be his future wife. Oh, the baby's mother managed to save her and both fled, escaping the premises. As Nai Prasop's, he must be like much older than his future wife, obviously, like then, yeah. So anyways, escaping the premises. As Nai Prasop's life unfolded, he fell from grace, lost his family wealth and social standing, and eventually became a servant in a rich merchant's household. The merchant's daughter fell in love with him, and they were married. It was then he realized that his kind wife was the same infant that he tried to kill long ago. While now content, his cruel attempt to avoid his fate will forever haunt him with guilt and remorse. This card highlights the importance of humility It reminds us that destiny unfolds mysteriously, and our actions from the past may haunt us in unexpected ways. Always strive for redemption through humbleness, empathy, and thoughtfulness on our life's journey. Very interesting. Wow, so how does that fit into your story? Speaking of fate, that they're fated to get married or get married, you've got the Peril here, which is a rune of fate. It's also a rune of game, but if we look at the placements here, there seems to be an emphasis on fate. There seems to be an emphasis on you, on the fact that this connection is fated, right? There seems to be something initially not right. Initially not right with this person, that they will regret later about themselves. Something about them previously not liking something about you now that they absolutely adore now. They didn't know better. Perhaps this person really had to grow. Life taught them a lot about seeing the projection, seeing things differently. And perhaps what they didn't like about you, or maybe they didn't meet you, what they didn't like about something in you that as they grow up they now adore was immaturity as well as projection of themselves, something that they had to change about themselves that they didn't like. So let me give you an example of what I'm trying to say. Let's say someone didn't like what? Let's take a really silly example. Let's say someone didn't like smart girls, for example. I don't like smart girls. My type is a pretty dumb girl, for example, and nobody's dumb. That's what they would word it out to be. So that's a projection of, for example, their incapability or their intimidation by speaking to smart girls. So they were only interested in what they would see as girls that are not smart, that are just pretty. And that sort of confusion of what they really wanted versus what they were drawn to in the moment was tricky. For example, it led them to being with someone that wasn't fully satisfying for them. And they also had to understand, like, let's say they had to understand that this is not really what they wanted, that it was a projection to help them avoid what they're afraid of, rather. And maybe they were not satisfied. They felt like they couldn't have conversations. They felt like they couldn't do the enjoyable things that they wanted to do with this person, that there was no real connection, for example. This is all for example. So it looks like this person, what they would have once condemned about a specific trait, characteristic, or something about you is a harsh lesson that they had to go through that really showed them how wrong they were, and how much time they wasted not being with the person that was more enjoyable for them. I think they went through a personal adjustment, because here in the Ace of Pentacles, them starting anew with Eat Me here, Alice would eat these cupcakes to get bigger or smaller, or these little cakes that were inviting her to eat it to get bigger or smaller, right? So they had to really change a lot, and they had to realize, and they did realize with the Five of Pentacles, through a rabbit hole that they've went through, like they've gone through a lot, which really taught them what they're missing, what they like, what's not right. They really went down a rabbit hole. And we saw it in the dream here. They were very fortunate, and their whole lives changed leading up to the situation where they met this person. So I think this person could have really misunderstood life, misunderstood how what they like, misunderstood their own projections, misunderstood who they were. And they, just like Alice, they went down a rabbit hole and they got confused by life. Sometimes they'd hear their own voices, sometimes they hear the voice of society, and sometimes they hear the voice of their inner needs. You know, with their point of view, society's point of view, their inner needs, these are all different versions of, have become different versions of themselves, which was pulling them in, like confusing them. They'd follow their point of view, society's point of view, and then they realized they weren't satisfied. They weren't happy. That's confusing. If they do what they want, society's not happy, and that's not maybe what they wanted to present themselves as at that time. A lot of confusion, very tricky energy that they had to go through. And you can see that they went down a rabbit hole of discovering their lack. First of all, changing who they are to hide this lack. And just like the Two of Swords, they were blinded first by a beautiful story, because this Two of Swords is the part where Alice goes through, you know, that song, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. So you can see that it was, but that was a dream. So it wasn't the reality. They first went down what they felt, oh, this is right, this is beautiful, enjoyed it for a while. But they were sleeping only to be awoke, like they've really enjoyed it for a while. But again, dreaming, sleeping. They were sleeping to their own truth, to the real life, what life is all about, because it seems with the Seven of Swords, something big here happened. Like some betrayal, big betrayal happened with the Seven of Swords. Some lies happened, some betrayals happened, some waking up to reality, lies, deception, cheating, all of that. People telling them different things. They are telling themselves different things. A lot of confusion here. This person definitely went through the rabbit hole of experiencing the highs, the joy of going after the facade or going after the things that they thought they wanted. It was a journey when they were fully sleeping, only to be fully awoken by the different lies and the different point of views in the outside and within themselves. And so you can see it was destined for him to go through this journey first before they meet you, and it's also destined for them to meet you in due time, during the time of great awakening with the cosmic egg. The cosmic egg is associated with the creation of the universe. So you can see that your meeting up will be the beginning of a whole universe for them, a new world, totally new world, but it feels like it's the real world rather than the sleeping long journey that they've been on. And don't get me wrong, they really did have fun here. But Two of Swords again, not seeing. Four of Swords, sleeping. It's that joy, but through this like a joy of a sleeping pill. You know, in the Matrix, when they're presented by the red pill and the blue pills, like you can keep being sleeping and continue your life, or you can wake up and find out what the real world, what the truth is all about. So I feel like they've been enjoying it, but they've learned that it's all deception and lies. It's not the truth, and it's not the truth of their reality as well, that they have been greatly persuaded, especially of the Seven of Cups, by the lies of society, by the lies of the people and opinions around them. It looked all flowery and beautiful, but it was all full of lies, especially when betrayal bites and hurts. It really shows the truth of things. It really shows that it looks all pretty on the outside, all flowery and dreamy on the outside, but the reality of it is far different. And I think it has awoken this person to the truth, to what they really want. It's like, but that's not what I want. What I really want is that. Have you ever gone through your own personal change, a change in your point of view about the sort of people that you want to fall in love with yourself? I think it's common story with most of us, not to that extreme, of course, or maybe it is. Who am I to say? But I'm just saying, I think most of us have gone through a similar story, whether a little bit or a lot, of initially thinking that we like something, to find out the truth about what this thing is, only to adjust, not to cancel it out, but to adjust better what we're looking for in a person. You know, like there are certain stereotypes. You'd find someone saying, oh, I would love this macho man that just knows what to do and is this and that. And then you adjust your point of view and go, yes, I do, that's what I like, but I don't like someone who's a pushover. I don't want someone who doesn't understand how to communicate, who doesn't know how to get in touch with their gentle side. Or something like, oh, I just want a pretty person, I don't care about anything else, only to find out, no, I mean, of course, I would love to be with a pretty person, but I would also love to see their minds. I would love to enjoy my life with this person. I'd love to talk with this person. I'd love to do the fun things with this person. So we've all, these are just like the obvious examples. There are many, many, many things that we all go through, adjusting and tweaking, a little tweak or maybe a major change in our point of view about who we really want as a person. But this person that we're looking at today, your future self, has definitely gone through a major one, a total change in their point of view about what really matters in a person, and that society's different point of views doesn't matter. The facade, whatever the facade was to them, doesn't matter. It's what they really love is what matters, because it looks with the projection card that everything else was just a projection. What they pushed away, or what they were trying to attract, were all projections of things within them that they had to heal, or that they had to heal in order to attract really what they want for themselves, and not to attract something that is just a projection of a shadow asking them to heal something. All in all, this is them finding their power with puissance, finding their power. Also, a huge journey of humility and learning how to get their blessing, what feeling blessed is like. But don't forget, this is also a great journey of faith for the both of you. Also, learning to incorporate the different sides of themselves. This side loves that, this side loves that, and to honor all of that. Okay, now let's get to the important part. Now that we have an idea about the life of your future spouse and their journey of finding the right person, the journey of learning about themselves, and the journey about learning what they truly love in a person. So, how are you going to meet this person? You've got the Justice card, and we can see a cat and a mouse. Looks like there's a chase going on here. Okay. You've got the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles, this is a game in which all of them won in Alice in Wonderland. This is when everyone wins in that game. Okay, so there's a game, but everyone wins. There's a chase, there's a game. Eight of Swords. Page of Pentacles. And I feel this one. The Chariot. So, how do you meet? First of all, with the Justice card, another card of fate. It is fated. There's a game going on. A chasing game, specifically, in which both the chaser and the person being chased, being happy with the chase and the catch. Okay. Where is that there and what's going on? Yeah, this is very much Aries energy. Going after what they like, what they really like. So it makes me feel like this person will meet you and will instantly go on what they believe is a hunt, like they, in a nice way, of course, like they really like you. So they start somehow chasing you or pulling you towards them or something. They will be trying to get your attention, chase you in a time where they're in a transition in their own lives, because it looks like they will feel like they have outgrown a specific area or place they're in, and they're starting a new page, chasing or going after something else, or beginning a new venture, a new adventure, changing jobs, changing places, something like that. Or maybe this is you. Who knows? But I think, following the Alice down the rabbit hole, I would say it's them. Since the reading is about them, it looks like they have outgrown an area. They don't want to be there anymore. And because they've outgrown it, they're like, I can start a new page for myself. I can begin something. I can have my own real joy. Whereas before it was very nice but fake. I can begin my own thing, be self-dependent, I think. And so yes, this is what makes me feel the Chariot, that they're in a transitional phase of their lives. When they meet you, they will see a lot of themselves in you. Like, they will see a lot of similarities that they will really love. They will feel like they really can recognize you. And they enjoy that a lot. And so this talks about how there's a lot of similarities. Oh, I forgot to tell you, the Tiwaz rune is about taking the morally correct actions. So you can see here growth as well. Growth, changing of ways, becoming more responsible, getting in touch with their values, honoring their values. Also with the algae's rune, becoming stronger, becoming a stronger person. Yeah, through that growth. So how are you going to meet them? You're going to meet them during a time of their transition. Is this them or you? Just let me check. Is this them or you? Or is this with the news here, a time where everybody is going through a transition? Can we get clarification on that, please? Eight of Wands. King of Pentacles. And the Six of Cups. Oh, now that gives another perspective. I suddenly feel like it is both of you that are going through a transition. So one of you has outgrown the place that they're in and they're ready to go. And the other one with the King of Pentacles is going through a transition, not because they've outgrown a place, but they're like going after a lucrative endeavor or project. So both of you are growing here with the Six of Cups. Both of you are in the move. Just like I said, one has outgrown a place and is leaving it, and one is starting a new venture, a lucrative venture. Okay, so where are you meeting? Where is this chasing going on? Oh, this one moved. Again, the game. Wow, the Three of Wands. Here, Alice is playing the game. Okay. And it's a chess game, you know, this like everybody's got their moves calculated. Again, we got this game. So where is this game? Eight of Cups. Can you see your cards? I'm so sorry. This was your Three of Wands. And this is your Three of Cups. No, so sorry. There we go. Okay. And one more. Where is this? Six of Swords, a new dream. Remember? A new dream has begun. So where is it though? Let's focus on the cards. Three of Wands is a trip. Vacation, maybe. Trip, going on a trip. Perhaps that's why I've got the Chariot. Yes, everything about you being in a transition is true, but I think you will be meeting them during, that's what the cards are trying to say, Reem, a trip. A trip. You will be meeting them during a vacation or a trip somewhere. Yes, Eight of Cups, leaving. It's like the cards were literally answering the question. Six of Swords, movement, transition, and both a transition and a vacation. So one of you could be going for a vacation. The other person is transitioning from one thing to another. But it's during a trip or a vacation that you will meet. The three are saying the same thing. Three of Wands, Eight of Cups, Six of Swords, all of them movement. All of them movement. Yeah, so that's definitely a trip. For one of you, it's a new place altogether or a new journey. It's something that you're starting. Yeah, that's what I see. It is a trip, a vacation. For you, it's a vacation or a place that you're going, moving to. And so during that trip, for whatever different reasons here that you meet during that your trip, it's really going to feel wonderful because the Seven of Cups did fall next to them anyways. It's really going to feel wonderful, imaginary. Again, we get the Six of Swords, that dream, the row, row, row your boat, that dreamy energy, right? And a chase happens. But like a chase happens, a game happens, like I said, in which both of you win. You both enjoy the game and the catch. This person also with Mercury in Aries seems to be an initiator, someone who's bold, someone who goes after what they want or what they like. And yeah, it looks like this is absolutely fated. And my dear pile number 3, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. Such a sweet story. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye!